They'll have a tough challenge here this afternoon in their last non-conference game against one of the better teams in the Summit. A game Alabama should win, but a dangerous team in the Jackrabbits. Alabama needs to play well going into conference play on Saturday.
Byron Jarrett, Jason Baker, and our lead official, KB Burdett, working today's game between the Tide and the Jackrabbits. They're wearing the road blue uniforms with gold lettering. Crimson Tide wearing the home white unis with crimson lettering. It will be Clifford Amori who will jump for the Crimson Tide, and Oscar Clough, the 6'11" big man, who will handle that responsibility for the Jacks. KB steps to center court, puts the ball in the air, and it's tapped into the backcourt where it's run down by the Rabbits, and they will have it first. Possession to our right for South Dakota State. Clough with it, top of the circle, lets a man cut through, hands it off to Gary, who slipped going to the wing, but Marcus Hainstick kept it alive with the dribble on the deck, but then made a pass into the low post that went out of bounds, and possession will belong to the Crimson Tide.
Cliff Amori had maybe his best defensive game against Ryan Kalkbrenner a few weeks ago here against the Creighton Blue Jays, and he did his damage defensively off the ball, making it difficult to catch it in the low post. Phylon,
catch and shoot, right of the circle three, no good. Rebound inside. Stevenson had his layup attempt blocked from behind by Clough, and here comes Seiler the other way for SDSU. Seiler driving into the paint, off one leg, misses the floater, and the rebound run down by Amori, who gives it off to Sears, and Mark will bring it front court. Sears going left, going down the lane, whips the pass out to Phylon. LeBaron dribbles it off his foot, but it goes right to Amori. Amori on the block, kicks it out. Nelson spots up, three, Alabama, the bank first three from Grant Nelson, gets on the board first.
The old dribble off your foot play, not exactly how you draw it up, but Alabama will take the result. Nice pass from Cliff Amori to Grant Nelson, who catches it in rhythm and knocks it down.
Larson throws it low post to Clough, backing in on Cliff. Clough against Cliff, into the paint, spinning right, spinning left, shooting and missing, and the rebound claimed by Nelson. Flips it ahead to Sears. Mark on the right wing, crosses over, goes baseline, fires a pass into the corner. Phylon spots up, three, in and out, no good. Rebound fought for. Amori had it. Stevenson saves it for the Tide. Around to Sears. Got a drive to the left, impeded by Gary, who's going to be called for the blocking foul. And that will be his first, team first, on South Dakota State.
Alabama with a couple of offensive rebounds here in the early going. This is a Jackrabbits team that does a good job on the glass, especially the defensive glass.
Phylon working it to Sears, top of the arc. Thought about a three, instead works off the screen. Now says, why not? Couldn't get it to go, and the rebound is cleared by Larson. Here come the Rabbits running the other way. Near side to Moores. Moores stops at the elbow. Back to Larson on the right wing with Nelson defending him. Thought about it twice. Instead will drive underneath. Flips a pass onto the wing. They work it top of the arc. Seiler, a no-look bounce pass to Clough, who stops, spins, lost it out of bounds, but touched last by Amori, and Bama good interior defense against the South Dakota State big.
Again, good position defense by Cliff Amori, moving his feet, forcing a difficult shot. Needs to do a good job of defending without fouling. Nice job on that possession.
Inbounded to Clough. He'll dribble it off to the wing. Picks it up, lets a cutter go by, then gives it off to Larson. Shot clock down to one. Banking it, no good. Rebound controlled by Alabama after the desperation miss from Larson. Here comes the Tide, getting it to the top of the arc, and Amori hands it back to Phylon. LeBaron the kick into the corner. Nelson, three, bottom. He likes playing against the Dakota teams, doesn't he?
Nice job by LeBaron. Phylon had a ball screen, got the ball inside. The defense converged. Grant Nelson once again steps into a three, this time from the corner.
And then the Bama defense forces the turnover. The entry pass from Moores, trying to get it down low to Clough, went right through the wickets, didn't touch anybody. And that one will give it back to the Crimson Tide with 17-10 and ticking. Time left first half. A couple of Grant Nelson bank first three-pointers have given the Tide the early advantage. Nelson, who had the career high against North Dakota, gives it back out, or a season high, I should say, against North Dakota a couple of games ago. Will now back his way into the post. Goes in with a sweeping hook. George Mikan gets it done again. Like he dropped it in to give Bama the 8-0 advantage, but the Tide fails to get back, and Clough gets a nice feed from Larson to lay it in for 2.
Yeah, it looked like a miscommunication. Cliff Amore got back in time, but didn't find the big man Clough with the easy lay-in.
Driving underneath the basket, foul line, nice hesitation in the air, able to lay it in off the glass. Wanted an and one opportunity, didn't get the whistle. Still a 10-2 Bama advantage as the Jackrabbits work in the front court to our right. Bounce pass to Clough left side, trying to measure his way down against the freshman Aiden Sherrill, who's checked in. Tried to go with an up and under move. Great defense by Sherrill on him. They kick it out to Moore, spots up for 3 and knocks it down.
That's what South Dakota State does. They surround Clough with three-point shooters. Alabama's got to do a good job of contesting threes.
Sears tries one short on the attempt. Rebound, though, run down by Holloway. Back to Mark. Deep 3, right wing bottom. Gave the best in the country a second opportunity, and Mark Sears buries the bank first three-pointer, and the Tide leads at 13-5.
Another offensive rebound for Alabama, and Mark takes advantage.
Clough facing the basket from 12 feet out near wing, gives it off to Gary beyond the arc. Gary on the drive left side against Youngblood. Pass deflected by Nelson, but it gets batted back into the hands of Moores. Now at the elbow with it is Clough. He'll try an 18-foot jumper and got it to go. That's the difficulty of that young man. He's got great range in addition to being strong around the rim.
Yeah, you don't mind that shot. It was defended and a long two. Aiden Sherrill in good defensive position.
Far wing, free ball, good. Aiden Holloway, Bama's knocked down 4. Bank first threes here in the opening half, leading it 16-7 with 14-14 and moving. Time left first half.
Alabama getting great looks from the three-point line, 4 for 9 from deep, and Bama's made 5 out of its last 7 on the offensive end.
Spinning in the post, going with the left hand is Clough, and he gets another one to go. Don't need to see him begin to heat up. He's got 6 points of their 9 already for South Dakota State. Sears, another deep 3, right wing. That one rolls off, and the rebound's controlled by Clough, and the Rabbits will run the other way. Weaving through traffic, Larson gets underneath the basket too far. Missed the left-handed layup, and Bama runs the other way. Holloway between the legs, leaves it for the trailer Sears, who tried to fire it to Youngblood, but it was stolen away by a trailer in Owen Larson. He gives it off left side to Moores, and now the Rabbits will settle down just a little bit. Gary with it, top of the arc, driving inside the circle, gives it out to Seiler near wing. Seiler driving through the lane, plays through contact, giving it off to Moores. Shot clock under 10 now as Moores will give it to Seiler left wing. 5 to shoot as he drives into the bucket, throws a pass away. Stolen by Youngblood of Alabama. Doesn't have numbers, doesn't care. Drives in, got a shot attempt swatted by Tide. As Mo Diabate checks in for the first time. Tide works to the Youngblood, top of the arc, 3 ball, halfway down, pops out. Rebounded, though, by Holloway. Shot wouldn't go, neither would the putback attempt from Amore, and here come the Rabbits the other direction. In the front court, near wing is Gary. Dumps it off on the low block to William Wharton, who's checked in. Now it's Gary, a bounce pass to Wharton that's deflected, but he winds up with it anyway in the low post. Wharton trying to back his way into the paint. Steps through, gives it off far side. Seiler at 3, catch and shoot, buries it.
That's 5, and the Jackrabbits heating up 4 of their last 5.
Short on that attempt, though, from dead on by Seiler. Couldn't tell who contested it. May have been Diabate. Now Philon running the other way for Alabama. Takes it to the left wing, gives it off Holloway. A deep 3, off the mark. Long rebound, tipped out and run down by Gary. Gary, a long bounce pass, far side, catch and shoot 3 in the corner. Pops out, no good for Seiler. Rebounded and put it back up and in was Wharton for South Dakota State. They've cut it to 2. It's a 16-14 Alabama advantage. Tide works it around to Holloway. Left wing, spot up 3, gets it to go.
Those are the shots that Alabama can consistently get against the Jackrabbits, but they missed 6 straight before that, and they've all been deep.
And then a steal by Diabate, drives in, throws it home. Picked the pocket of Stoney Hadnot, and it was the ball that he had not any longer. Taken away by Diabate, who slammed it in to give Bama a 21-14 lead. 11:06 to go in this first half. Seiler in the corner to Gary, into the low post. They go to Wharton. They work it around to Hadnot. He'll drive into the post, trying to back his way down. His shot attempt partially blocked and now claimed by Alabama's Clifford Amore. The outlet pass going to Philon. LeBaron crosses over, gets into the paint. Tough leaner off the glass, got it to go.
Nice job by LeBaron Filon. He's gotten the ball inside on a couple of occasions. This time able to finish. Alabama getting great looks when they want to. They don't have to settle for deep threes.
7-0 run in the last minute for Alabama. Takes a 2-point lead, back up to 9. Now Lindsey trying to cut into it for 3, and he does. Isaac Lindsey from the near wing, able to get one to go and make it a 23-17 contest. Bama leading by 6 with 10:17 to go in the first half. We're due a media timeout on our next dead ball situation. Holloway left alone, tries another 3, misses again. Rebounding for Alabama was Diabate. Out to Holloway, works it around to Youngblood. Drives, dishes, Holloway spots up, 3-ball bottom.
Get those all day long. Second chance opportunity. Chris Youngblood sets up his teammate, Aiden Holloway, in rhythm, knocks it down.
Holloway now with 9. Another bank first 3 for Alabama. That's their 6th on 16 tries. Larson misses in the paint on the other end. Diabate another board. The outlet pass to Filon. Working top of the key, behind the back with a dribble. Gives it off. Holloway thought about it. Gives it up. Around the horn, Youngblood. Left alone. 3, bottom.
Good ball movement once again. The extra pass. LeBaron Filon finds Chris Youngblood, who knocks down his first 3.
Bama now 7 of 17 from beyond the arc. Here's Seiler with it. Giving it back near side, gets a return feed, works to the top of the circle, then gives it off left wing. 3 is up, no good. Another board for Diabate, another outlet pass going to Filon, taking it downhill to the rim, lays it up and in, counted, and he is fouled. And one opportunity upcoming when we return to Coleman Coliseum.
That don't necessarily show up in the stat sheet.
Trying to minimize what he does as he comes in averaging a double-double. Holloway giving it off to Nelson on the far wing, just inside the arc. Gives it now to Sears. Back to Nelson, left alone. He'll try a 3, bottom.
Well, Clough has to guard Grant Nelson with this lineup. You call it, I guess, a smaller lineup without a true center on the floor, but you do go 6'11" across the board for Bama.
Scramble on the deck. Guess who got it? It's Mo Diabate taking it away for Bama. Diabate, top of the arc, crosses over, goes downhill, stops, spins, flips it back out to Sears. Sears, top of the circle, crosses over, dishes over Holloway, steps into another 3. That one rolls off. Diabate, another rebound, out to Sears, spots up for 3, and this is a lot of fun. Bama now 9 of 19 from 3-point range, brought to you by Bank First, and the Tide is indeed cashing in, up 20 with 7:53 to go first half.
And Alabama with their 7th offensive rebound of the first half.
And traveling violation on Larson as Jaron Stevenson does a great job defensively. In the back court, Nelson, Diabate, and Stevenson in the front court for the Tide. Stevenson takes it top of the key, feeds it off in the corner. Holloway 3, and he's red, smoking hot. Holloway with a dozen, and Alabama leads it 40-17.
Alabama's so good coming out of timeouts. Well executed play, and Aiden Holloway all by himself in the corner knocks down another rhythm 3.
Rabbits get it to Larson, near side. His 3 is up and good.
Shocked that 3 did not go down. It was open in rhythm, just goes in and out, but Alabama playing well on the offensive end.
Gary, top of the arc, catch and shoot on the 3, and Nate Oates was something to know on his players about as they allow the shooters to get open on back-to-back trips. Now here's Nelson driving. Swing goes to the rack and throws it home.
Well, he's got a quickness advantage over Clough, went right by him and threw it down.
He's a heck of a shooter, but he can absolutely rip down the rim. Now Clough thought about a 3, instead will give it off to Seiler. Seiler on the drive, circles away from Nelson. Seiler now getting it into the paint, shows the ball right, spins, lays it up, missed it. Ball tipped though into the hands of Clough. Driving in more, spot from behind by Stevenson, and Bama will run the other way. Here's Sears in transition, kicks in the corner to Holloway, spins away from a defender. Teardrop is good.
What a play by Aiden Holloway. It started defensively. Grant Nelson, Jaron Stevenson on the defensive end. That started the Alabama fast break.
Moore's on the drive, almost walked, then gets tied up. Aiden Holloway getting it done on both ends of the floor. The possession arrow favors Alabama for the Jackrabbits. He's from DeSmet, South Dakota, and a 3 on the right wing. Up and good by Aiden Sherrill. Here come the Jackrabbits the other way. Stopping on the wing, Gary's 3 is no good. Rebounded Hadnot for SDSU. Now to Seiler. Seiler picks it up, goes back to Hadnot. Into the low post, they'll feed it to Wilkinson. He'll back his way down against Stevenson. Spins up and under, goes with the left hand, and a nice move to get the bucket from Damon Wilkinson.
Nice move by Wilkinson. Alabama did the right thing.
By the Rabbits, and they'll run the other way. Larson feeding it into the left corner, now into the low post to Wilkinson. Backing his way down on Sherrill. Spins left, goes up and under, fires it up with the right hand, and got the friendly roll. Half for because it was halfway down and popped out. Now Seiler on the drive. High off the window, no, and the rebound controlled by Philon. He'll bring it ahead, 3 on 4, stops, pops, and drops. The bank first three-pointer, and Bama leads it by 22.
South Dakota State did a great job of getting back on defense, but didn't get out to LeBaron Philon. He originally wanted to drive, but able to step up and knock down the three.
And then Philon gets the steal, goes 1 against 2, and lays it in for another bucket. LeBaron Philon with a dozen, including 5 on the last 2 trips, and Bama leads it 51-27.
Not many better in college basketball than LeBaron Philon in transition, through contact, knocks down the floater.
Wilkinson with it, handing it off literally to Seiler. Seiler trying to drive inside the arc, and a little contact by Philon. His foot got tangled up with the guard from South Dakota State, and it brings us to another media timeout, our final one of the first half. 2:45 remains here in the first half of play from Coleman Coliseum. 20 to shoot, 2:45 to go in the half, and Bama a comfortable 51-27 lead. Inbounds pass goes to Clough, who feeds it top of the arc to Gary. Gary pivots, looks, drives to his right, stops, throws it down low to Clough. Backing in on Cliff. Clough backing in the paint, stops, spins, shoots with the right hand, no. Ball tipped twice, Clough got it back. Kicked it out to Seiler. Seiler can't shake free from Diabate and fires a pass over to Gary. Gary trying to get away from Youngblood. Picks it up, needs help, feeds it left to the circle to Hadnot. Hadnot, low post to Clough. 5 on the shot clock. Clough at 4, at 3, at 2, at 1. Lindsey will fire it at the buzzer and got it to go. Bama defended well for about 29.5 seconds there.
I would say all 30 seconds.
Yep.
That was a desperation 3, well defended by Mark Sears. Just a better shot on the offensive end.
Sears working between the circles for Bama with a tied up 21. Sears giving it off, now into the corner, Youngblood. Youngblood dishing back to Philon. LeBaron on the drive, gives it off to Youngblood. Catch and shoot 3, that's short. Rebound tipped high in the air. Diabate gets another board. Finds Sears all alone for a 3, and you know what's going to happen there.
And that is what Mo Diabate does. It looked like the Jackrabbits were going to get a defensive rebound. Mo Diabate tips it to himself, and a beautiful pass out to Mark Sears, who knocks down another Bama 3, the team's 11th.
Shot attempt knocked away down low, and the rebound run down by Clough, and we've got a stoppage in play. Jason Baker, the official, stop play. I'm not exactly sure what that was for.
Saying a change of possession, maybe a shot clock situation. He motioned 2-5 to the scorer's table, and there's now 25 seconds on the shot clock, so I think that's what it was.
All right, so Seiler after the inbounds gets it back to Clough. Backing his way down against Amori. Spins right, walked. They're going to call a foul. Works it back beyond the arc with the dribble still alive. Stays beyond the arc, shoots a 3, and knocks down another one. He almost felt for Isaac Lindsey right there. He's like, I don't know what more I can do. All-American player in Mark Sears, and he and Lindsey are talking a little bit. Nothing bad at all. I think just Lindsey showing appreciation for what Sears can do, as we've got 7 to go in the half. Rabbits trying to hold it for the last shot. Seiler with 3, with 2. They get it on the far side. A desperation 3 is an air ball, and we'll go to the half with Bama leading it 57-33 at intermission. Heck of a half for Alabama as the Tide leads it 57-33.
But it's been a tempo change that they've been able to play to, but the outside shooting has been the reason they've been able to keep the distance.
Here's Nathan Brown with Nate Oates.
Coach, how would you evaluate your defensive intensity in the first half?
It was good early. We let our guard down. They got some easy 3s. You know, I thought our post defense took a step back a little bit there. We we can't play the score. Offensively, we got it going, but we got to try to lock them up on the defensive end every possession, no matter what the score is.
Now, Grant was aggressive early and off. He's 5 for 5 right now. What do you evaluate from his performance?
Yeah, he came out ready to go. You know, those threes he hit early helped us out for sure. You know, we got to the old boards. He was aggressive, got downhill, had to dunk, so he came ready to play.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thanks to Nathan as well as Nate Oates as the
Gasoline from Citgo. BP, how about another 20 like that? Let's get out of here.
Well, if we have another 20 like that, we'll be talking about an all-time three-point record for Alabama. The Crimson Tide on track for a school record, which is currently at 23. They've made 12 in the first 20 minutes. I'm not sure that they'll get there because of the time, but they may have that opportunity if Alabama continues to play with the efficiency that they did in the first half of this one. And Alabama's doing it against a quality opponent in South Dakota State. This is one of the better teams out of the Summit Conference, but Alabama has been sharp on the offensive end. And we talked about it in the pregame show. Alabama, number 7 offense in America. I think they're better than that. And I think they could be better than that. They have in the first 20 minutes. You want to see that continued here after halftime. And Alabama, for the most part, did a pretty nice job defensively, holding the Jackrabbits to 34% defensively in the first 20 minutes. But South Dakota State did get loose from the three-point line. They made 6 out of 14, 43% from 3, and that is what they do. They go inside to Clough and surround him with three-point shooters. Alabama did a pretty nice job all in all on both ends of the floor in the first half, but got to continue to do it here in the second.
Crimson Tide will be on the defensive end of the floor to begin half number 2. South Dakota State working front court, 2 hour left. Gary on the drive, kicks it over onto the far wing. Pass intended for Seiler, went off his hands, but he runs it down. Seiler working from the left wing, gives it to Cliff, and his jumper, or possession, will belong to South Dakota State. A lot of folks here on a Sunday afternoon, including one of those dang media guys from ESPN. I'm joking, it's Nick Saban and Miss Terry in their familiar spot on the baseline. Good to have Coach here watching today as the Tides leading it by 22 and trying to keep it that way, but Gary's three-pointer gets it below the 20-point mark, 57-38. Now the score, Alabama with the ball in the lead. Here's Sears near wing, steps to his right, shoots a 3, misses it, and the rebound's controlled on the far side by Gary. He throws it ahead to Moores. His dunk attempt may have been partially blocked, but he missed it, and here comes Nelson the other way. Grant leaves it for the trailer Amori, who stops at the elbow, kicks it over to Sears. Sears will drive and hand it off to Nelson, top of the arc. Grant will try to back his way down. Still with it on the near wing, spins to the baseline, goes to his left, he's double teamed, picks it up, needs help, fires a pass out to Philon. LeBaron goes down the lane, kicks it in the corner, Stevenson 3, rolls around, no good, and another rebound controlled by Clough of South Dakota State. Saylor to the left wing, Gary goes underneath, kicks it into the corner to Moores. Moores flips it out high to Seiler. Seiler to Clough, who will pivot and face the basket from 17. A couple of dribbles to his right, and a handoff goes to Larson. Larson spins, shoots, and scores, and it's a quick run for SDSU to start this second half.
This is a team that has come back in this exact situation against Alabama.
Here's Philon with it, kicks it over far side Sears. Mark will penetrate, gets underneath the basket, puts up a shot that wouldn't go, but he was fouled.
Free throw attempt in the first half. Not typical of an outboard here in the second half.
Sears hits both free throws after Bama had gone 0 for 3 from beyond the arc to start the half, but a couple of free throws from Sears gets the goose egg off the board in half number 2. Bama up by 19 again as inside goes Clough, spinning and able to get the hook shot to go over Amori and puts it back at a 17-point game again. Now Sears circling the baseline, gets cut off by Gary to Amori and now to Nelson. Grant changes direction, fires it to Stevenson, far corner 3, no good. Rebound tipped into the hands of Sears. To the trailer now, Philon, who's coming back into play. Philon steps through in the lane, tough shot, got it to go.
Well, he does such a good job making those floaters through contact. That was pretty well defended, but LeBaron Philon continues to play well.
Seiler with it, top of the arc, with Nelson defending him. 61-42, Alabama leading. 16:44 left to go in the second half. Clough dribbling to his right, guarded by Nelson, kicks it out to Larson, top of the arc. Narson dribbles to the right wing, gives it inside to Clough, spins and shoots from time left. Second half here at Coleman Coliseum, a 61-44 Alabama lead. Sears with the basketball, kicks it out to Philon, an open three, and he knocks home another bank first bucket for the Crimson Tide.
Alabama just 1 for 5 from the three-point line here in the second half, but getting great looks.
Unfortunately, Seiler's able to answer quickly on the other end, and the lead goes back down to 64-47 for the Tide. Nelson far side, catch and shoot three. He answers.
Well, that was not in rhythm. The pass was a little bit off and took Grant Nelson over to his left. He didn't look on balance, but able to knock down his third three of the game.
Larson brings it front court as Nate Oates implores his team to defend on this end. They throw it low post to Clough. He'll kick it out to Gary. His three-point attempt is good. Over to Seiler, far side. Seiler driving into the lane, puts it up over his head with a left hand, no. Rebound tipped out and saved in the corner by Philon, and Philon will bring it ahead for Bama. Working top of the key, Philon over to Sears. One more in the corner to Holloway. He'll drive underneath the bucket, kicks it in the corner. Missed three in transition by Seiler, and Bama comes the other way with it. Here's Holloway with the Tide on top, 66-50. 14:08 to go, second half. Inside, Nelson feeds it to Amori, lays it up and in off the glass for two.
I thought that was an and one. It looked like Cliff Amori got fouled and just kind of tossed it up there, but off the glass and in.
Bama by 18 again. After leading it at the half by 24, driving is Larson off the window. A tough shot, got it to go, and a timeout is going to be called. Now Diabate with it, hands it off to Sears with the shot clock down to 10. It's at 9. Sears driving at 7. Stops at 6, kicks it out to Holloway at 4. At 3, high off the window, no good. Rebounded inside, Diabate puts it back in for 2. He missed the middle of 3 shots, so 2 out of 3 for him, and it makes it a 70-56 ball game. We need a bucket right here. Bama up 14. Sherrill in the corner tries a 3. It's no good. Rebounded Diabate on the weak side. Mo double team on the baseline and then got fouled. Boy, strong with the ball after he was strong to claim that rebound against 2 South Dakota State defenders.
To the floor with hustle plays.
First of 2 shots for him, and that one's up and good. 20 of 24 now on the year for better than 83%. He has worked and worked and worked on his shot. He's 3 of 11 from beyond the arc as well. And able to fight through the potential broadcaster's jinx as he got the friendly roll on that.
Why not make it an easier shot, but fortunately Alabama gets it back.
Sears thought about trying it again, gives it off to Holloway, far side 3, that one rips the net for another bank first three-pointer. Bama 14 plus the bonus, 17 fouls on the Rabbits, and that attempt is short. Mo rebounded his own miss, puts it up off the glass, no. Tip grabbed by Sherrill, and he laid it in almost flat-footed there to get the bucket.
And who got the offensive rebound off of the missed free throw? The guy who shot it. Mo Diabate, the best offensive rebounder on missed free throws in Alabama history.
Even his own. Inside, it is Clough who misses the layup attempt, and then a foul.
But Mo Diabate able to get on the offensive glass after his own missed free throw. A miss even enter into your mind. I don't
Not
understand
all
it.
of us were as good as you. And it's taken away by the Rabbits. Then a pass deflected back into the hands of Mo, and Bama will run the other way. Diabate front court, feeds it off to Youngblood. He'll drive, he'll dish, near corner, 3, short, and a whistle and a foul is going to be called on South Dakota State. It was Holloway.
Pushing foul, and Alabama gets back to the line.
Sherrill can't hit the front end of the 1-and-1, and the rebound is controlled by the Jackrabbits, but Philon times the jump perfectly, gets the steal, gives it off. But a couple of missed 1-and-1 opportunities. That's a
Three-point line like we know he can, but hopefully a couple of free throws get him in a rhythm.
hits a couple of freebies there. 9:18 remaining. here in the second half. Bama up by 22. Left of the circle, Moores, defended by Nelson. Dribbles right, hands it off. Lindsey off the bounce. His three rims out. Rebound tipped into the hands of Hadnot. Check that, William Wharton, who now feeds it in the corner to Jaden Jackson. Jackson trying to shake free. Reverses back left side to Larson. Larson with 7 on the shot clock. Dribbles right, gets to the rim, lays it up and in for 2. Boys split 2 defenders and got that one to drop, making it a 20-point game.
That was not easy over a couple of 6'11" Alabama players.
Holloway over everybody on the assist from Philon. It's no good off the iron. Rebound control by Philon. Ahead to Holloway. Philon again, back to Sherrill, right side. 3 short. Rebound tipped and controlled by Larson of SDSU. Fires it ahead to Jackson. Jackson skip pass over. Right wing 3, no good from Lindsey. Rebound controlled by the Rabbits again as Moores gets it inside. Spins, fall away jumper, and got the friendly roll. That ball deflated on the rim, didn't it?
I don't see how that one went in. Well defended by Grant Nelson. South Dakota State gets the friendly roll.
Nelson on the drive, runner off the glass, count it, and he is fouled. Timeout on the floor, 7:21 to play here in Coleman. 86-65, Bama leading by 21 here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Some by himself, but the majority by his teammates. Alabama, for the most part, really good ball movement, taking care of the ball, finding open teammates. Bama, as a team, has made 15 threes in this game, 15 for 47. They haven't shot it nearly as well in the second half, but Aiden Holloway has been consistent throughout this one.
Crimson Tide with its last non-conference game of the pre-conference slate. Bama will play host to Oklahoma January 4th. Then it's on the road for games at South Carolina and Texas A&M before Ole Miss comes to town. It's amazing. I believe there was a point a week ago, Brian, where every SEC team that was on the schedule at that moment was a quad 1 game for Alabama.
It's not just the best conference in the country. It's historically good, maybe the best conference in the history of college basketball. At least the numbers in the non-conference suggest that this year's SEC will definitely be in the argument.
Can't convert the and 1, but on the other end, South Dakota State misses a 3. Bama comes the other way. Sears, near side 3, bottom. Mark Sears knocking home another one. He's got 17 on 5 of 12 from bank first 3-point range. And the Tide leads it again by 24, matching their halftime lead, which is the biggest of the ball game. Defense almost forces a turnover, but the Rabbits are able to get out of it. Inside they go to Clough, spins and shoots over Amori, and it's a 22-point Bama advantage. Tide hurries the other way to Youngblood, down low to Nelson. Gets underneath the basket, feeds Philon. LeBaron trying to get it back out. Gets it.
Hopefully Alabama will get Darion Reed back very soon. Has an ankle injury. He's day to day. Houston Millette under the weather today. Hopefully both of those guys will be back for Alabama's SEC opener on Saturday.
Gary works it around to Moores, who'll try a 3, missed badly on that attempt. Rebound batted around 3 or 4 times and kept alive long enough for Clough to run it down on the far corner. Clough feeding it off to Gary. Gary double team, has it batted away and stolen by Amori. Feeds it ahead to Philon. LeBaron weaving through traffic, stops on the wing. The trailer is Sears, bottom.
Great job defensively. Alabama gets the trap, the deflection, and LeBaron Philon finds a wide open Mark Sears, who knocks down another 3.
Clough hits them both. He's got 19. And Bama leads it 94-69 with 5.5 minutes to play. Sears out to Philon. He'll drive, gets into the paint, puts up the teardrop, and gets it to go.
He is so good with those floaters that look well defended, a little bit of contact, but able to finish.
Gary gets it to Jackson in the far corner with a hand in his face. He buries another 3 for the Rabbits, but Bama's advantage is 24. Philon driving and dishing to Sears. Mark Shake and bake move. Kicks it back out, foul line, squares up, 3-ball, too strong, and the rebound claimed by Clough once again for the Rabbits. He's got another double-double with 14 boards now. Clough will drive to the rim, lays it up and in, and give him 21 now for the ball game.
Assists, but it's been a team effort for Alabama. You got Mark Sears with 20, Grant Nelson 16 and 8, Mo Diabate 6 points, 11.
Bounds, going to Nelson, fires it over to Stevenson, who drives in, lays it up and in for 2. Boy, Bama got the mismatch they wanted all the way on the near side with Stevenson, and he makes it pay off.
Alabama almost always gets what they want coming out of timeouts when they have the ball. Nate Oates draws up a great play. Bama gets it and able to convert.
Rabbits run the other way. They get it inside to Wilkinson. He spins, shoots, and got it to hang on the iron and fall through. Wilkinson had some good first half minutes and now has 8 for the ball game. Holloway stepping away from a defender. Deep 3, got it to go.
When you're hot, you're hot. Aiden Holloway has been hot throughout this game. He's gotten some wide open looks. That one was not one of them. Well defended, but able to get it up and in.
7 of 16 from the arc is Aiden Holloway. He's got 23 on the other end. Hadnot drives to the elbow. A bounce pass goes to Wilkinson, who will spin up another move. A beauty. Couldn't get the little bunny to go, though. No pun intended, coming from a jackrabbit. Ball knocked out. Inbounds goes to Nelson. Grant pivots, hands it off to Holloway. Steps to the right, shoots a 3, makes it again. Having a good time, Indy.
Oh, man, feeling it here in Alabama's last non-conference game. Aiden Holloway with a game-high 26 points.
Jackson looking left, dribbling left. Cut off by Holloway, now goes right. Jackson into the paint, stops, spins, and a steal by Nelson on the pass intended for Wilkinson. Grant going the other way, got fast and no turnovers. Free throw up and good by Nelson, and Grant will exit as well. So you got Stevenson, Sherrill, Diabate, Philon, and Holloway. The 5 on the floor for Alabama. Front court, Hadnot. Crosses over, goes down the lane, and that will be a highlight reel bucket for the Jackrabbits. That bunny had some hops right there. As Diabate will drive the other way for Bama. Fires it out to Holloway. Thought about a 3. Gives it off, gets it back, shoots it, misses. Rebound claimed on the weak side by Larson, who fires it ahead to Jackson. Puts it up, off the window, no, but he got fouled by Holloway. And Jaden Jackson will go to the line to shoot 2 shots.
Aiden Holloway finally misses a 3. Thought he had a good look at one earlier in that possession, but gave it up, got it back. Well defended, not able to knock it down. But what an offensive performance for Alabama in this game. Another 100-plus point performance by the Crimson Tide. 7th most efficient offense in college basketball, and will be moving up the charts after this one.
3rd game over 100 points, and the reaction is Max Skarnowski will check in for Nate Oates' Crimson Tide. Skarnowski out of Elgin, Illinois, the 6'6", 205-pound senior. Larson exit. Nate Barnhart will come in to replace him for the Rabbits. Jackson gets the free throw to drop and make it a 105-80 ball game. Boy, South Dakota State was down 24 at the half, cut it to as few as 14 and had the ball, but Bama leads by as many as 29 in this second half. Trying to add to their number, can't do it as Holloway misses the 3, and the rebound controlled by Hadnot and SDSU. 1 minute to play as Hadnot's 3 is up, no good, but a foul is going to be called on Aiden Sherrill as he collided with Hadnot on that 3-point attempt.
Love those learning moments when you're up 25 with a minute to play. Not exactly what you would want from Aiden Sherrill on that play. Alabama fouls a 3-point shooter for the 2nd time here in the second half. But this one well in hand for the Crimson Tide.
Free throw up and good. Hadnot will get another attempt.
You look out on the court and say, gosh, why is LeBaron Filon and Aiden Holloway still in the game? Alabama's got a couple players out, and who are you going to put in for them? I mean, you've already got some of your starters and top contributors on the bench.
Everybody who's dressed
has been playing.
Yep, Skarnowski, the lone walk-on the floor. Free throw's good. It's 105-82. Let's see if Bama runs something for Max here. Sherrill to Holloway. Holloway will drive. 12, he'll back it out. Playing off of the screen from Skarnowski at 9. Tried to give it to Max, but the ball was knocked away and stolen by the Rabbits. They work it ahead, left side to Lindsey. Lindsey gets underneath, gives it out to Barnhart. He'll fire a pass underneath to Wilkinson, lays it up too strong. Rebounded by Filon. Filon weaving through traffic, got cut off, backs it out. Bama will set things up. Nate Oates says no more shots. Shot clock is dark. Bama's going to dribble away the final 7 seconds of this one. A little exhibition being put on by LeBaron Filon. And we will get out of here with a 105-82 victory over the Jackrabbits of South Dakota State. 105-82, your final. Alabama with the victory improves now to 11-2 on the year. And again, that win gives Alabama 11 victories before the start of conference play for the first time under Nate Oates, and also the first time for an Alabama squad since that 2011-2012 college basketball season. 105-82 your final. Roger Hoover will drive in the postgame along with Tom Stipe and Brian Passing. I'll head to the locker room, talk with Coach Nate Oates. Postgame coverage in a moment here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.